Hi everybody, welcome back to another tutorial. Today is actually more of a bow long, but it is a challenge. I am doing a lot of my husband or significant other has chosen my project challenge, but I have included my son in this as well, so I have let him and his father pick what I am doing. My son has chosen the colors, as you can see, and his father has chosen the bow type. So if you are curious as to the colors I am using, these are all from Ribbon and Bow's Oh My. We have Festive Fuchsia. We have Yellow Gold. This one does not have a label, but it's the Lypple, which is kind of like a lime and apple color. And the last one is Navajo Turquoise. So, like I said, you can get all of these at Ribbon and Bow's Oh My. And I have made up the bow part, so we have the twisted boutique bow and surround already together. We of course have our side bows, we have our spikes, our base bow. I have a couple of these little glittery bits and bobs to put on the side bows. I have yet to decide which one I am going to use, which color combination, because there's this yellow gold, there's this ice blue, there's kind of like an appley green, and this really pretty iridescent one. So I have yet to decide which one I'm going to use, but those are also a possibility to use. And I have made up a corker and a 2-loop topper bow as well to put into this. Kind of as a different choice. I also have my lined double prong clip. So this isn't so much a tutorial as just a bow long, doing a challenge. So I will have a tutorial coming up for the corker bow. In fact, I have this one here that will be in the video, so keep an eye out for that. But for now, we are just going to be putting this bow together and experimenting with different things to add to the bow. If you are interested in a tutorial for this, I will leave it down in the description below. It is from a wonderful YouTuber called Mommy Crafts a Lot. If you haven't seen her tutorials yet, I would definitely go watch them. They're great. But I will leave a link for that down in the description box. So to start off with pretty much every bow, you're going to need your glue gun to put this all together, scissors, lighter. Since all of my pieces are sewn already, I won't need a needle and thread. This is just attaching them all together and experimenting with different things, different things to add to the bow. Okay, there we go. There. Alright, so to start off with, you take the base bow, obviously. I was a little leery about this color combination because it's a little bright, but in true challenge fashion, I had to go with what was picked. So this is it. My son is, for those that don't know, I know I probably really haven't talked about my son before, but my son is 11 years old. He is moderately autistic, so I am a stay-at-home mom. I do have my own bow business, so I am able to work from home and raise my son at the same time, which is a great blessing. Honestly, it really is. But he was very excited to be able to participate in a challenge, and I will, hopefully, if you guys are interested, I will have him do more challenges. So if you have any ideas for challenges that I can involve my son in, comment down below, because he really enjoyed being a part of this. So I am relying on you guys to help me come up with more ideas to involve him in this bow making. Alright, so we have spikes attached to the base bow. Now we are going to attach the twisted boutique bow and surround a bow to these spikes. As I said, this is a really bright color combination, but it's what he chose. Alright, there we go. At this point, we're going to wrap the center and add the clip. And because the base bow is in that Lypple color, or Lyapple, I'm not 100% sure what it's called. Give me a second and I will correct myself, because I'm probably pronouncing this wrong. It's Lypple. Alright, so I was right. So, since the base bow is the Lypple color, we are going to be wrapping the center in that just for consistency. Alright, we take the clip, add a line of glue, and attach it to the back. There we go. And we're going to add a line of glue to the ribbon wrapped center, and as usual, open the clip, slide it in, close the clip, and just hold down. I have a little bit of glue leakage. And as I said in another tutorial, we put the clip on and then wrap the center, because the center wrap ribbon helps hold the clip into place. It's less likely that your clip is going to come off of your bow, therefore extending the life of your bow. Why is this not tightening? I like to have a very tight center on the bow, and it's not tightening for whatever reason. Not the way I want it to. You've been here for a couple of tutorials, you know something always goes wrong. It's the reality of bow making, though. I don't want to project that this is something like where everything's magic and rainbows and nothing ever goes wrong, because it does. This is actually the second set of spikes that I had to make for this bow. The first one did not turn out very well, so I had to trash them and redo them. You take and glue the center wrapped ribbon inside the clip. Hold it into place for a second, just so you know that it adheres before you trim off the excess, and just heat seal everything. I find heat sealing ribbon when you're done trimming off the excess before you wrap it back up is the best method, because then it's already heat sealed when you want to go use it again. And as you guys saw from the other tutorial, I always put the clips back in when I'm done wrapping the center. It just keeps me from squeezing and ruining the twisted boutique bow. Helps keep its shape. Alright. I also take the time to fiddle with the spikes and everything in this stage to make sure they're still flat and even before I come up here and glue them closed. I do this to ensure that my spikes stay perfectly fanned out on my bow. I like the look of it. My customers like the look of it, which is even more important. You may like something on a bow, but if your customers don't like it, it's not going to sell. So I've been doing this for several years, probably about 7 years, close to 8 years I've been making hair bows. And one of the lessons I had to learn was that you have to make what the customer likes. So, my customers like the fanned out look. It's good that because I prefer the way it looks, although I would make it even if my customers, even if I didn't like it, because that's what my customers prefer. Alright. There we go. For some reason the spikes are not quite sitting the way I want them to. Again, this is another tip that I have picked up over the years, that if your spikes are buckling for whatever reason, before you go and stiffen the bow, you can take some clips and clip your spikes down to your base bow. This really only works if you're using a pinwheel as a base bow. I should be quite clear about that. But if, like me, you are using a pinwheel as a base bow, you can just clip your spikes to your base bow to help it lay down flat. I will show you how to fix this portion in a minute. Let me get all the clips into place. I find double prong clips work best for this. But if you only have single prong, they will work just as good. Now at the end you can see where this kind of buckles, and so does this. There is a way to fix that. You're going to want to spread that out as flat as possible. And clip there. And then on the other side, cross the clip over. And as you can see, it flattens out that bit. out of those clips here, so I have a couple in reserve over here. So, just a tip, I know it looks frighteningly metallic, and that's fine. It's just for when you are stiffening your bow that those stay on. They will come off, I promise. Oh, I had a couple more in there. And I'm just pulling out single prong clips to use for the next step, which if you tuned into the last tutorial, you know that I use them to help with putting our side bows on. And how they come into play is you get the side bow where you want it. And then you slip the double prong clip in with enough on the outside. You can lift it up and put glue down. It helps to keep your clips in place. Not your clips, your bow in place, so that you glue it on evenly. This is just another thing I learned over the years of bow making. And I've had a couple people ask why I started this channel, and while we are doing this, I think it would be a great time to address that. I started this channel because when I started bow making, I had a lot of people who were there to help me and give me tutorials and tips and tricks, and I wanted to pay it back. So that is why I started this channel. Alright, they look about even. We're going to glue them down. But the reason why I ask if there's any tutorials you guys would like to see is for that reason. To help pay it forward, to help people just starting out with bows or curious about a certain technique, to help them along. I am hoping by the end of the summer I can do a workshop tour, because currently I am having a workshop built for me on my property. I'm lucky enough to actually live on a major road between the coast and the capital. Even though I live in a very rural area, it's a very major road, and it is a good location to have a physical shop, which is what this workshop is going to be. It's going to be a place to work, but also a place that I can sell out of. So I'm hoping by the end of the summer to have a tour of that. We'll keep you guys updated on the journey, because currently I am working in it's 8x8 room, and it's very tight, very cramped. Alright, our side bows are on. Now this is where we start to have a little bit of fun. I'm taking those out solely so I can start experimenting with things to cram in there. I think that might be a little bit too big. Probably should have experimented with this before I wrap the center. That's all right, we can wrap again. I think that might work. Yeah, I think we're gonna put the 2-loop topper. This is a really old bow. By itself on a clip, it makes a really cute bow. Like I said, I will link Mommy Crafts a Lot's tutorial down below on how to make the 2-loop topper bow. She does not have a tutorial up for a 2-color one. I can most certainly do that if that's something you guys are interested in. But if that is something you are interested in, please comment below and let me know so that I know it's something you're interested in. Alright, we are gonna... Wait, why am I doing that? I have to thread this through first because we've glued... Alright, that was interesting. That just popped right off. Alright, let's try that again. While we're holding it, I'll thread it up and through. I really should have considered this before I did the wrapping and whatnot. But again, this is all part of experimenting. We live and we learn. I have to pull some of this off to be able to thread through. Alright, there we go. God, I haven't made a bow with a 2-loop topper on in a while. Like I said, this is a really old bow part. But it's nice to be able to go back to things that I used to do. And bring them to, give them fresh life, I guess. And like we wrapped the center before, pull as tight as we can. That actually looks really cute. Oh no, we're coming loose. This happens too, more times than I can count. My center wrap has come loose. It's generally because I do not wait long enough for this to adhere before I start pulling tight. just hold down, make sure it is firmly attached. And then I go back and I clean up any little bits of hot glue that have leaked, that shouldn't be leaked. Pull off any strings. Occasionally you'll see that little bit of hot glue that's leaked when gluing the spikes. It's just a matter of running your lighter over it, and I use a nail, just drag it along. Until you get it cleaned up. And I'm gonna clip my loops back so that I can stiffen. Apparently removed a little bit more of clips than I thought I did. So we have to put those back. But that's not a big deal. It's the beauty of clips. They come off and on when you need them to. Alright, and lastly, I think we are going to address those. I want something that has a little bit of sparkle on there. I think the blue, yellow, and green are just going to blend too much into the bow, so I think we are going to go with these iridescent ones. And so just add a little drop of glue to the front center wrap of your side bow, and just pop the little piece of bling on. I stick my finger inside and press down from the top to make sure that it adheres properly. I don't know where that hot glue string is coming from, so there we go. For some reason this looks, there we go. And then we're going to come through and do the same to that side. Just a dot of glue. Pop the little bling on. I got these in Walmart, actually. They just came in a little pack. Sorry, my camera cut off there. I got these in Walmart just in a little pack. They were pre-adhesive. I just peeled off the little adhesive bit, but there we go. This is the husband slash significant other and son choose my project. Obviously the icon will have a finished picture of this, and I will include one at the end of this tutorial. But thank you guys for, well, it's not really a tutorial, it's a bow long. I just sat here and talked while we were putting together this bow. But thank you guys for tuning in. If you have any suggestions for projects that my son can join in on, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. If you have any tutorials or questions or suggestions that you would like to leave, again, put them in the comment section below. If you are new to this channel and you have not subscribed already, please feel free to click this subscribe button below. And then click the bell notification, set your notifications to all so that you are notified every time I upload a new video. And thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and have a wonderful day. Bye.